Good day, everyone, and welcome to One Global Movement, a special New Year message to all of you, the children, the young people, the women, and families around the globe, including One Global Movement supporters, well wishers, and those that pray for us here in One Global Movement. Thank you guys so much. And I am going to talk today about your attitude is your altitude. Your attitude is your altitude. This is a new year inspirational message to all of us here in One Global Movement. And good day, everyone. Happy New Year to all of you today. And as a few hours, we will be winding down from my end here and ushering in the new year. So, good afternoon to everyone, or good day to everyone as we stand at the threshold of a new year, filled with hope and possibility. I am deeply honored to address you on a topic that defines the trajectory of our lives, especially those of our children, our young people, and women worldwide. Your attitude is your altitude. That means how you behave is going to shape how high you climb in life, whether it is in your emotional life, your spiritual life, your educational life, your whatever thing you're doing. It is your attitude that is going to determine how high and how better you climb. The phrase might sound very simple, but its essence holds the power to transform children, young people, families, individuals, and entire communities. Your attitude, the way you think, the way you think, the way you perceive things and act in life determines how high you can soar, just like the eagle. It shapes not only your personal journey, but also the world around you. The power of attitude in changing lives is very, very important. Attitude is the foundation of success, resilience, and leadership. A positive attitude is not about ignoring challenges, but it's about confronting them with courage and determination. It's about seeing possibilities where others see problems. As individuals, as children, young people, and women committed to one global movement, our attitude must embody hope, faith, and action. Because through our actions, we can ignite change, inspire others, and uplift humanity. But let's ask ourselves, why does attitude matter so much in defeating hunger, illiteracy, and poverty? Why? Why does attitude matter so much in defeating hunger, illiteracy, and poverty? The answer is simple, but it's not simple in the way that we think it's supposed to be, but in the natural realm, it is simple. Because these challenges demand unwavering belief that change is possible. Change is possible. They demand that we approach every obstacle with the mindset that no child, no woman, and no young person should ever be left behind. And hunger, a challenge of hope and action. Hunger has always been a challenge. We see kids that are eating from the garbage cans. We see kids that are lying along the streets of major cities in our communities asking to be fed, begging. It is a challenge of hope and action. So globally, hunger is not just the absence of food, it's the absence of opportunity. When children and women face empty plates, they are robbed of the energy and strength to pursue education, dreams, or a better future. Yet, with the right attitude, we can look beyond despair and create solutions like community gardens, food banks, and sustainable farming practices that empower families to thrive, or sharing our plate of food with other families or neighbors that don't have. When our attitude reflects the belief that no one deserves to go hungry, we transform hopelessness into hope. We show children and young people that their potential isn't limited to their circumstances or their challenges or their conditions, but instead nurtured by our collective compassion and leadership to transform the world. And when we talk about illiteracy, this means we are unlocking the power of the mind. We unlock the power of our minds, right? It keeps children, young people, and women trapped in circles of poverty, unable to access opportunities, advocate for their rights. But here is the truth: education is the key that unlocks the door to generational wealth and leadership. When we come together, when we approach illiteracy with the attitude that every mind is a seed waiting to bloom, we create an unstoppable movement. By building schools, funding scholarships, and providing resources, we equip children and women to rise above limitations and rewrite their stories. Imagine a world just imagine a world where every child knows how to read, every young woman can build a business, and every community thrives because knowledge becomes their greatest weapon against poverty. Just imagine this. Knowledge becomes their greatest weapon against poverty, right? That is very important. And now, poverty. Poverty is a call for generational wealth. Poverty is not just about lack of resources. That's not what it is all about. It's about lack of a vision. Do you have a vision? Have you written down your vision for 2025? For too long, generational poverty has robbed families of their dreams. But together with the right attitude, we can break these chains. Generational wealth is not only about money. No, that's not what it's all about. It's about passing down values, skills, and opportunities. It's about teaching young people financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and leadership. When we help families build small businesses, own their homes, and save for the future, we change the trajectory of their lives. In the same token, when we help children, young people, and women build small businesses, educate themselves, own their homes, and buy properties, and save for the future, we change the story of their lives forever. Are you willing to do that in 2025? Are you prepared to do that in 2025? Yes, I know that I am ready, but it takes action, persistency, and it takes that kind of a heart that says, I am determined to do whatever it takes to change the story surrounding women, children, and young people around the world. It takes intentionality. You do it with intention. You take that decision and you continue to do it with intention. That is what it is all about. Generational wealth is not only about money. I repeat it. It is not only about money, it's about passing down values, skills, and opportunities. It's about teaching young people financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and leadership. When we help families, when we help children, young people, and women build small businesses, own their homes, buy land like farmlands, garden land, or whatever they can do, and serve and really, really save their money for the future, we change the story of their lives forever. And the question is for you and I. We, the parents, we, the adults, we, the caregivers, are we ready to teach our children? And it has to begin from cradle. We start teaching them from the day that they are born. We start reading to them. We start talking positively to them. We start speaking life into their existence. And we start teaching them that even in the middle of our challenges, it is still possible that we can do that. So, living a life of leadership and purpose, what does that mean? At the heart of defeating hunger, illiteracy, and poverty lies leadership and purpose. Remember that. At the heart of defeating hunger, illiteracy, and poverty lies leadership and purpose. Because you cannot defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty without leadership and purpose. Leadership is not about titles. We keep repeating this. Leadership is not about titles. It's about taking responsibility for creating change. You have to take that responsibility to create change, even when the path is difficult. Because in that difficulty, that is when you're going to build that resilience and that determination and continue to move ahead and climb higher. As we begin this new year, I challenge each and every one of us to embrace leadership attitude. Embrace a leadership attitude because you're already created as a leader in your home, a leadership for yourself, a leadership for your children, a leadership for your family. Let us lead by example, showing children, young people, and women that they too can overcome adversity and achieve greatness. Let us live with purpose, knowing that every act of kindness, every effort to educate, and every meal shared builds a brighter world for every child, every woman, and every young person. Practical steps. How do we do this? Practical steps for a new year for change. So, how do we translate attitude into action? How do we do that? Let me share 3 practical steps with you here today. Believe in yourself and your vision. Believe in yourself and your vision and your mission. What is your mission? You may want to ask yourself that question. What is your mission? Start each day with the affirmation that your work matters. Affirm to yourself that I was created for greatness, that I was created to win, that I can do this, that if others have done it, I too can do it. Remind yourself that your attitude is the catalyst for change and approach every challenge with hope and resilience. And number 2, collaborate and empower. You have to collaborate and empower yourself first because the key to success is, first of all, self development and self empowerment. If you do not help yourself to develop and empower yourself, you cannot be able to empower any child, any woman, or any young person. So, together, we can achieve more here in one global movement, whether it is mentoring a young woman, whether it is sponsoring a child's education, or starting a community project, or teaching a group of young people, or helping to read to children in a library, or maybe in your community or in your home. Every effort counts. No matter how small, it counts. Number 3, focus on long-term impact. Remember, if you have a vision and you have a mission, it is something that you have to continuously work on it. And you work on it with just share it in little bite pieces and continue to work on it. And don't try to overload yourself, because when you overload yourself, you're not going to produce quality, but you're going to produce quantity that does not really have the impact that you so desire for yourself, the children, young people, and women. So focus on long-term impact. Think beyond the immediate. Immediate gratification has never helped anyone to build long-term success. Think about long-term goals and focus on them. Think beyond now, that I want it now and it is going to come right now. It does not. Remember, What you are enjoying today is as a result of what you built yesterday. What we are living today is as a result of what we built yesterday. We have to think beyond the immediate gratification. You have to think about having it right now because that's not the way life works. How can we create systems that sustain growth? Is the question that we should be asking ourselves. How can we create systems that sustain growth, wealth, and education for generations to come? How can we create systems that sustain growth, wealth, and education for children, young people, and women? How does it apply to you? Because if you don't do that to yourself, you will not be able to create it for this most vulnerable population in the world. We have to build programs and policies that ensure lasting change. And that is the focus of One Global Movement. We're going to be building programs and policies that ensure lasting change, that we are not just working on immediate gratification, but we are working for the future because the future can only be realized when we start building it today, beginning at this moment. And I know that a lot of us are already experiencing the new year. And it is my prayer and my wish that you already did that to yourself, your children, and your family. And we will continue to do that here in One Global Movement. Put in place programs. If you don't know how to build those programs, we are here in One Global Movement to help to build those programs for children so that you can begin to work together with them. It doesn't take any certification. It takes only a heart full of gold, a heart that says, I am determined to raise my children, to build myself in order to build my children the best way possible. So, a vision for the future. What is One Global Movement's vision for the future? Just imagine this: a world where no child goes to bed hungry, where every young person knows how to read and write, where every woman has the tools to lead her family into prosperity. Imagine communities, global communities where hope is abundant and leaders rise not from privilege, but from purpose. Remember, leaders are rising not from privilege, but from purpose. What is your life's purpose? Is what we should be asking ourselves every day. When you ask this question to yourself every day, it will force you to do something that you never thought can be done. This vision is not a dream, it's a reality we can create if we choose the right attitude today. I repeat, this vision is not a dream. It is a reality we can all create together if we choose the right attitude today, this moment. Let the first day of 2025 start bringing the kind of transformation that you want to see happen to you and others in the world. And in closing, I I I demand and I decree and declare, and I challenge each and every one of us here to soar higher in the new year. Soar higher like the eagle. Be the eagle and rise above every circumstances. Not to stop and waste your time arguing, not to try to compete and compare with others. Choose and pick. The eagle is a bird that chooses and picks. The eagle flies the highest. The eagle picks on fresh food to eat, picks on quality things to eat. Be like the eagle, soar higher, and let us soar higher together here in One Global Movement for ourselves, our children, our families, and our communities. As we embark on this new year, ladies and gentlemen, let us remember that our attitude determines our attitude. Our attitude determines our altitude. How you behave is going to determine how you climb higher and higher. Together, we can rise above the challenges of hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. And together, we can inspire children, young people, and women to dream, to achieve, and to lead with purpose. Let us embrace this year with hearts full of hope, minds ready for action, and spirits unshaken by adversity. Take your adversity as a lesson to learn and rise above it. Because there is something that happens when you are determined and you put your heart, your soul, and your mind to it, you will achieve whatever you so desire in life. One global movement, building hopes and dreams, is more than a name. It is a promise to uplift humanity, to build generational wealth, and to live lives of leadership and purpose, one child at a time, one young person at a time, and one woman at a time. Thank you all so much. And may this new year bring blessings, breakthroughs, and boundless opportunities for all of us. Let's soar higher together. Thank you guys so much. I did not mean to for anyone to come here. I am just leaving new year messages to build and empower our families, our children, and young people. But thank you guys so much for coming. That shows that you are determined together with one global movement to help children defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. Let us take on the new year heads on. Thank you guys so much for listening. We begin the new schedule for One Global Movement on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. The new year for us here. I know it's already new year for some of you guys. So please, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as usual, we're going to begin the new schedule. So it's going to be on Wednesdays and Fridays, twice a week, so that we can focus the other days to start building the programs that we are going to be helping children, young people, and women here. So thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, and I wish you the very best of 2025. I love you all. Bye-bye.